This is the exact step-by-step guide that I helped one of my online clients bowl 130 k's an hour post getting stress fractures in his lower back, while also getting PB in his 2k time trial, where you can see he started at 9:55 and then after 16 weeks got it down to 7:23, which, I'm not sure about you, I was pretty happy with him and he was pretty happy with himself. Now, the few factors that go into this: bowling technique, gym, running, bowling workloads, and also lifestyle factors. We're going to start here with the bowling technique focus at the start. Now, number one, the first thing we focused on was just pure rhythm and timing. Getting things to move at the right time when they should, getting some fluidity through his action. We noticed before he was a bit stiff and rigid and tried to force the ball a lot, whereas here we really made an emphasis to have great rhythm, great timing, and let your body move through your action the way it wants, rather than being really forceful and rigid and stiff. The best bowlers in the world, they have great rhythm and timing. Now, from there, he needed a little bit of work with his run-up. He had a bit of a cross-base thing where his foot would cross in front of his other one. He'd also run in and his hips would be sort of off balance, and that would cause him to then be off balance and not align when he got into his delivery stride. So we worked a lot on his running mechanics. We worked a lot on his rhythm and the way how he approached the crease, and we got nice and balanced in his run-up, which then allowed him to have better alignment and then reduce his lateral flexion. His run-up, your run-up and everyone's run-up sets up your action. So if we can have a smooth, effortless, bouncy run-up, that sets up everything here to be a lot more aligned and just getting every joint in the body to do the job that you want it to do. Stress fractures happen because there's an overload to a certain area. That can be technical, overall workloads, often it's a combination of everything, and or the lifestyle does not support the workload that you're doing. So everything ties into everything, and by working on all these things, we'll manage to, obviously make his action more efficient, and also get more speed, accuracy, pace, bounce out of it, which is pretty bloody awesome, to be honest, which is sick. In the gym, these are the things I was focusing on from the very start. Number one, we want to get strength, but without the axial loading, so without the bar on his back. We then wanted to reintroduce plyometrics. At the start, minimize rotation. We wanted to improve his lumbar-pelvic control and just build a nice, resilient body. So this is phase one that we did. You can see in our power and plyometrics blocks, basic, simple, low-intensity plyometrics and basic, simple jumps. One vertical jump, one broad jump. And then from here, goblet split squat, axial loading taken out, absolutely perfect. And we hit that twice a week. And then B stands, RDLs, single leg hip thrust for our hinges. Once again, pretty low load as well. And you can see here we did a lot of work through his hips through here, getting that nice and strong lumbar-pelvic control. And then also some more dumbbell step-ups and that there to get that control in that nice A-frame position. You can see as we progress through that on the phase two, we identified, his hips need a little bit of work here. So we started off with his movement prep with some hip strengthening exercises. We started adding in some load now with his jumps. Then we started to introduce some high-intensity sporting actions. We started to do some running drills, some A switches, and then some change direction work here in his gym program. Then we progressed some volume and intensity. We've gone from still a dumbbell step up with no axial loading, hip thrust, no axial loading. Same thing here for the split squat, and then a hamstring bridge. Once again, just progressing those as well. You can see on the bottom here that we started to then introduce some rotation. Once again, keeping that core strength in there too. And then working on those farmer's carry hip locks where we're trying to stabilize through the hips and have that lumbar pelvic control when we're moving through some locomotion. It was absolutely crucial there. And then you can see here, progress onto phase three, things start to intensify. We're looking at some more change direction work here, some more complex jumps, some more faster movements, rapid side to side stuff. We started introducing some velocity into his rotation. Once again, added in some axial loading for the first time here, some heavier hinging with some more pressure on that lower back, and just progress that core work and added in some more rotation and some more challenging core work there. So you can see we started at a low base, and then each block built on each block as we progressed him back up to more of a program, for someone his age, which is about 20 years old, that he can handle. From there, let's look at his running. So his running obviously improved quite a fair bit, improved by 2 minutes 30 in 16 weeks. So at the running, the start was just reintroduce some ground contacts, the principle of baseline +1. So that was where we didn't want to add too much stimulus or different stimulus at a time. So we wanted to, I'll go through this in the next slides here, but we had a high-low day. We progressed low intensity, high intensity. We reintroduced sprinting and also utilized exercise bike and the cross training to build that aerobic fitness as well. So started off 1 session per week, a jog walk. Then we kept the baseline session here, and then we introduced one on top of that, like so. So the baseline +1. And then from there, we progressed his jog walking at a lower intensity for 5 weeks to get him to where he was here. From there, he then did my free 10-week running program, which the link is down below for you to download, which I'm sure you'll get a lot out of it. As you can see what my client here got here. So you can see 2 sessions per week. That's all we did. 1 aerobic-based session, 1 more speed-based session. And he did this across his 10 weeks. And then we retested his 2K time trial at the end of the 16 weeks. Now, if you are interested in my online coaching, whether it's performance, returning back to performance from rehab, whatever it is, the link is down below to join my coaching. Bowling workloads. This is his workload plan. Started at 2 bowls per week. Gradually progressed that up to a nice sustainable level by after 10 weeks. He was ready to go. So we held off his gym work, held off his bowling until we felt like his running capacities were really, really good. He had good strength and we felt like he could hold his action. And then we, got him back into bowling when his scan was clear as well. And then to finish off, some lifestyle factors that we had to address. So if your lifestyle is not set up for high performance, then you can't, do lots of training. So his sleep was erratic, his nutrition was poor, poor time management, he was always stressed. So we addressed these things. We developed some bedtime routines. We got him asleep at the same time every single night. We got him waking up at a similar time every single night. Now he's unbelievable. He's gone from this, you're almost like a school kid style lifestyle to an adult, and that's all we want. Nutrition, eating enough protein, the right amount of carbs, getting his body composition right. He probably was carrying a couple extra kilos, got leaned out, got super fit, and his nutrition was on point. Eating carbs around training, making sure he wasn't under fueling as well, which is a big risk factor for injury too. His time management was elite, setting up his calendar every single week to make sure he can fit in the times for his training. And then his stress management was a lot better. We started doing some daily journaling and stuff like that to help manage his stress. Now, these are obviously some awesome results, and whether you come back from injury or whether you're already fit and healthy, you can get more out of yourself, and I would love to help you do that. So if you are interested in joining my coaching, there are links down below for you to start up and take that next step in your cricketing career. If not though, please make sure you subscribe and let me know what your thoughts on this video. Do you want to see more of these types of videos where I go through case studies that I've helped with my clients? Let me know down below. Please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video, and I'll see you next week.